Welcome, this is the DBMS question practical session of DBMS and I'm going to do the 29th question today. In the 16th question, previously we created the database for the Kaluvilla Junior College to store their students' marks detail. So according to that database, we have to find these details from the queries by executing queries. So in the first question, find the all marks obtained by students in subject or the subject for the first term to the integer. So we have to use round and find the average two decimal places in marks obtained by students for the first term mathematics subject, and what is the lowest mark obtained for science subject in all the term examination of all students in class 11A. Find the average of the marks obtained in Amanda Moses second term mathematics science and Sinhala language, and find the average two decimal places in the marks obtained by the students in class 11A in the second term for all subjects. And so now I'm going to do I have to execute the queries for those questions. So first one, find the all marks obtained by all the students in the first term to one for the integer. So I'm going to I have to join two tables which are student exam mark record and the first term exam term table. So select sigma from student exam mark record dot student exam mark record in a join student exam mark record exam term on student exam mark record dot exam term id equals exam term table exam term dot term id. So when I execute this query, I should get the two tables joined together, term table as a subject exam mark record table, and I have to find the first term details only. So I'm going to put the condition where student exam mark exam term dot exam term name equals second term first term So when I execute this query, I should get the first term details only. I have to find all marks obtained by students, just the marks for the first integer for the 0 decimal places. So I have to specify this column. So I'm going to put the round function. Round. I have to give the column student exam mark record dot mark. So this is and I have to give the decimal places that I should get. 0 means for the integer, for the nearest integer. So when I execute this, I should get the details of all the marks of the students rounded for the nearest integer, and that is for the first question. And for the second one, find the average average for two decimal places in marks obtained by all the students for first term for the mathematics subject. So I can use this query again, but I just need to join other table, subject table. So I'm going to put in a join subject on student exam mark record student exam mark record dot subject id equals subject dot subject id. So I join the three tables together. When I execute this, I have to put all in here for now. So I just need only the mathematics subject. So I'm going to put the other condition by putting end. subject dot subject name equals mathematics. So when I execute this, I should get the whole mathematics subject for the first details, and I just need only the average of the marks. So I'm going to put the average student exam mark record dot mark. When I execute this, I should get the average. This average 71.845, but I just need only for average for 2 decimal places. So I'm going to round this number, round average for 2 decimal places. So when I execute this, I should get it rounded for 2 decimal places, 71.84. So that is the query for second question. So for the third question, what is the lowest mark obtained for science subject in all the terms and all the students in class 11? So I have to put, I can use this query again as well, but I have to join the class table and the student table for this, as well as the I don't need to join the exam term table, and I'm going to join the student table in here. Student exam mark report dot student ID, student index number in student dot index number, and I'm going to join other table, class table. Join student exam sub student dot class name, class ID equals class name, class ID. Class on this one. So when I execute this, I have put in N1 here. So when I execute this, I should get the 3 tables joined together. No, 4 tables joined together. I just need only the science subject for the all terms in all the subject, but class is 11A, only 11A students. I'm going to put the condition and class dot class name equals 11A. When I execute this, I should get only 11A students for all the subjects, and just for mathematics, but I just need all the subjects. No, just the science subject for all the terms. So I just need only the lowest mark obtained in science subject. So I'm going to put the mean function, mean student exam mark report dot mark. Minimum marking according to these results, it should be 23.5, I think. So yeah, this is the lowest mark for the third question. And the fourth one, find the average of the mark obtained by Ahmad Moses for the second term mathematics, science, and English language and literature. So I can use this query again as well. So I'm going to modify this query. I'm going to put all again. I don't need the class table join. I'm going to remove it. Again, I need to join the. These are the I needed tables that I should join, and then I can put the condition. So I need for student name, I have to specify the student name, and student, I'm going to student dot first name equals Amanda, and student dot last name equals Moses. So when I execute this, I should get the Moses students details for science subject only, but I need all the subjects, so I'm going to give other subjects in here too, in science, mathematics, and Single language and literature. So this is the query to get all the subject details for all the terms, and I have to specify the term as well for the second term. So I'm going to join the second term as well in a join exam term on student exam mark record dot exam term id equals exam term dot term id. So I need to specify the term as well, and exam term dot term name equals second term. So when I execute this, I should get the only second term details of the Moses student for the subject, and I have to take the average marks. So I'm going to put the average function avg student exam mark report dot mark for this among the Moses student. So when I execute this, I should get the average of the students, which is 88.626667. So that is for the fourth question. And for the fifth one, find the average for 2 decimal places in the mark obtained by the student in class 11A in the second term for all the subjects. Average for 2 decimal places mark obtained by students in class 11A. And for that one, I can use this one as well for all the subjects. I'm just going to remove this one. And for the second term, so I have to for second term as well as for the, I just don't need to use this student name, specify student name. All again in here, I have to join other table, which is student class table in a join class student dot class id equals class dot class id. When I execute this, I should get the class details as well. So I'm going to specify the class for the 11A and class dot class name equals 11A. This is the 11A class students details, all the details in the second term as well. So I have to find the average for 2 decimal places on the students marks for the second term as well as for the 11A class. So I'm going to give the function. First I'm going to give the round First we have to put the round function and the average inside. Average of student exam mark record dot mark for 2 decimal places. So this is the query. When I execute this, I should get the marks for rounded for 2 decimal places for the students in class 11A for the second term, all the subject average marks. So that is only for 5th question as well as for 29th question. Thank you for watching.